Yo, what's good YouTube? What's good beautiful people? What's good family? Welcome back again to our YouTube channel. Yeah, we are back. Yeah, anyways, my name is Malik Sterling, and if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, kindly make sure to hit on that red button down there to subscribe to my channel. According to YouTube statistics or analytics, it says just less than 20% of my viewers have subscribed to my channel. So please, if you've been on my channel for a minute now and you don't find the need to subscribe, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and let's get this show started. Yeah, so in today's video we're going to talk about the over 90 plus countries that have been granted visa free to Qatar. So don't go anywhere, sit tight, and let's get into today's video. Yeah, so just like I was saying, this initiative, the free visa was introduced way back in 2017, but it was halted due to the COVID virus. You know, COVID came around and everything was crazy, messy here and there. But in 2022, yeah, after 2 years, yeah, it was brought back to the system again. So way back, it was just about 80 countries that had visa free or visa on arrival into Qatar, including some other countries. Now, I was on the internet reading some people's comments, and most people were kind of disappointed because most of the African countries were not able to make it to, you know, the free visa thing into Qatar. But anyways, it's just like few years ago, it was just about 80 countries that were permitted to come to Qatar with a free visa, like to visit or on a tourist visa. But after 2 years, it's like 90 plus. It's almost 100. So yeah, let's run through the checklist requirements and yeah. So now there have been a few updates on the travel policy into Qatar. So now back in the days, you know, when COVID was around, you would have to come into Qatar with this ETRAS, pre-travel registration and all of that. But now you don't need ETRAS to come to Qatar. You don't need to be quarantined, even if you are from a red zone country. These countries that are termed or that are classified as red zone. If you're in these red zone countries, then you have to be quarantined, or you might not even be allowed to travel into Qatar. But now you can travel. Now let's take a minute to talk about the World Cup. So the World Cup was a success. The only thing that hurts me so much is that after the World Cup, the whole place. No, I think are we even here to talk about the World Cup? Now, I just feel like I want to say this. Now, I think the reason why the whole place. If you're in Qatar, you will know that the whole place is like extremely quiet. I think because it's been raining for like 3 weeks now. Yeah, if I'm not lying, it's been raining, and this is like the first time in Qatar that has been raining like consecutively for like three weeks or 4 weeks. Yeah, so yeah, just like I was saying, you don't need to be quarantined if you're coming to Qatar now, even if you are from a red zone, but you will have to be free of COVID, obviously. So you would have to be quarantined, you wouldn't have to have this trust, and yeah. So now let's get to the document checklist, things you need to have to be able to apply for this free visa, and let's see the countries that are eligible for this. So now, first off, citizenship. Now, I saw this on the internet. I'm like, citizenship? Yeah, citizenship means you need to be part of this over 90 countries that are eligible to come to Qatar. You know, you need to be, but that doesn't mean that if your country doesn't have visa free to Qatar, you cannot apply for this. This is just like the 90 countries over the 1,000 countries in this. I don't even know how many countries we have in this world. Well, yeah, so this is just free. It's entirely free if you want to apply for a free visa to Qatar. This is a tourist visa, and it runs in 2 categories. So yeah, in due time we're going to check the 2 categories. So now, just like I said, the citizenship, you need to be eligible, or you need to be part of these countries that are eligible. Second on the list is passport validity. Yeah, passport validity. So you need to be, your passport has to be at least 6 months. I think this is basic. This is almost everywhere. Your passport has to be 6 months to its expiring date. You know what I mean? So let's say you want to travel now, your passport has to be valid for like the next 6 months before you can travel into Qatar. And also a return ticket. Yeah, so you have to book a 2-way ticket, right? So coming to Qatar and exiting from Qatar, this 2 tickets has to be not just booked, has to be confirmed and paid for. And now also with the flight, it's not necessarily that you have to book from the Qatar Airways. You can book from any flight of your choice, Etihad, Indigo, or whatsoever. And hotel reservation. So you have to reserve a hotel, either a hotel. Or now, I think some of the countries will have to reserve a hotel, and some of the countries can just So now hotel. Okay, hold on. Now, so the hotel reservation, I think some of the countries can only apply for the hotels in a particular website, that is the Qatar Discovery website, and some other countries can also book any, or they can reserve any other apartment or whatsoever, or any website that they want to book from. But however, countries like India, Pakistan, Iran, Thailand, and Ukraine can only book from the Discovery Qatar website. I don't know why. I mean, if you are giving other countries the opportunity to book from any hotel of their choice, why are you limiting these countries that I've mentioned, India, Pakistan, Iran, Thailand, and Ukraine, to only be able to reserve their stay on Qatar Discovery Qatar website? So the website will be down right here. So if you are from any of these 5 countries that I've mentioned, that is India, Pakistan, Iran, Thailand, and Ukraine, and you want to come to Qatar on a visit, this is the website that you can only reserve your accommodation, or you can only reserve your hotel. So now let's talk about the 2 categories. Now the 2 categories, the first category is eligible to stay for 180 days. Wow, that's amazing. That's like 30. That's about 3 to 5 months, right? So the first category can stay for 180 days. The first days, only 180 days. After 180 days, if you want to stay more, this is solely going to be on you. This is solely going to be on you. Like, you have to pay 200 riyals. How much is 200 riyals in dollars? You can do your own conversion. So 200 riyals per day if you exceed this 180 days. I mean, if you are from a country, remember I said there are 2 categories, all right? So if you are from a country that has to stay for only 180 days and you extend your stay, this means you are going to pay 200 riyal per every day that you spend after the 180 days. So now on the list of the countries over here, we have Antigua and Barbuda, Argentina, Austria, Bahamas, Belgium, Bulgaria, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Dominican Republic, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Holland, Hungary, Iceland, Italy, Latvia, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Malaysia, Malta, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Serbia, Celsius, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Switzerland, Sweden, Turkey, and Ukraine. So now, if you're lucky enough and your country falls in between this first category that I've mentioned, means your country is eligible, or if you're a citizen of these countries that I've mentioned, you can stay in Qatar, you can apply and stay in Qatar for 180 days. And it's entirely free. The visa is free and the extension is also free. I mean, it's good. So now let's run into the countries that are eligible for just 60 days stay. This is so it's just like the 180 days, right? So this 60 is also going to be like a 30-day stay, and after the 30-day stay, if you want to stay for another 30, you can extend it and stay for 30 days. And mind you, this is also free. So yeah, so let's run through it. This is Andorra, Australia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Bolivia, Brazil. Brazil can stay for 60 days, really. Okay, Brazil, Canada, Chile, China, Colombia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Ecuador. Oh, I love Ecuador. Ecuador, Falkland Island, French Guiana, Georgia, Guyana, Hong Kong, China, India, Indonesia, Ireland, Iran, Japan, Kazakhstan, Lebanon, Macau, Macedonia, Maldives, Mauritius, Mexico, Moldova. Oh, I never heard of this country. Moldova, Monaco, Montenegro. I've heard of Montenegro, New Zealand, Pakistan. Now, okay, we will get there. Pakistan, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Russia, Rwanda. I think this is the first African country that I've heard. Well, let's see. So Rwanda, San Marino, Singapore, South Africa, also another African country. Singapore, South Korea, Suriname, Africa is it? Suriname, Thailand, United Kingdom, United States, Uruguay, Vatican City, and Venezuela. So I don't know how many countries I've mentioned so far. For the countries that can stay 190 days, it's about 40 countries. Yes, 40 countries. And for the countries that its citizens can stay for just 90 days, it's also like 52. So all summing up is over 90. So I think Qatar is really doing good to allow like this over 90 plus countries to, you know, be able to stay in Qatar for this specific date. So now let's talk about the GCC countries, which is the Gulf Cooperation countries. I mean, the Gulf Cooperation Council, that is Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Dubai, and Kuwait. Now, these countries don't need visa to come to Qatar. That's nice, right? Because they're like a neighboring country, so they can, you know, just pick up their V8 and boom, just come to Qatar. But I think there will be some few checks at the immigration or things like that. So, however, countries like India, Pakistan, Iran, Thailand, and Ukraine can only book their stay on the Discovery Qatar website. I don't know why, but yeah, I think it makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me, because if you're allowing the other nationals to book their stay on anywhere or any website they find, and it's only allowed for Iran, Pakistan, India, Thailand, and Ukraine to only book their stay on the Discovery Qatar website. I think, and also for citizens from India and Pakistan, they will have to show or have a proof of their bank statement, and they need to have about 5,000 Qatar riyals. How much is 5,000 Qatar riyals in dollars or in rupees or whatsoever? Do your own calculation. So nationals from Pakistan and India, you have to have about 5,000 Qatar riyal in your bank or on your. They don't accept cash. So if you are traveling from these two countries that I've mentioned, India and Pakistan, you cannot have cash. I mean, you will have to have them on your visa card that can be used around the world. Yes. And also, I think when you're traveling to Qatar, or let's say some other countries, when you're traveling to some other countries, they ask for insurance policy, health insurance, and all of that. But I think Qatar is not mandatory. But hey, I think it kind of makes sense if you have a traveling insurance or an insurance from your company. Sorry, did I say your company? From your country before you travel into Qatar, I think it will make sense. So, and it's not that expensive. I don't know, but yeah, it's not expensive. So I think if you want to travel to Qatar for a visit, you should try this out. Now, enough of the whole scripted thing. So now let's talk about if you may ask me that you're traveling into Qatar for to visit, and how much, like the budget. Okay, I think it depends. Okay, so now finish booking your stay. That is if you are living with your family. So now, okay, yeah, hold on. So after booking your stay, I think you will have to have it depends on your style of living. I mean, your budget. It depends on your style of living. If you are a very calm person, but I don't think anyone will travel from their country into Qatar just to come stay calm over here. They are coming to explore, right? So yeah, transportation over here is not that expensive. Food as well. There are a lot of foods around. It's not also expensive. I think it depends. Okay, so if you're going to stay for 90 days, holy God, you're going to need much money. You're going to need much more money. Yeah, I mean, but it depends on you. Just have a lot of cash on you. Just let's say 10,000 riyals. It depends. If you are coming alone, but if you are coming to a family member over here, then I don't think you're going to spend much more, because obviously if you have a family member or a relative or a friend who already lives here, then it's going to cut your expenses down. So I think it kind of makes sense. So you can apply for this visa on the MOI. So yeah, I'm going to give you the website. The website should be down right here, and it's also going to be in my description box. So if you want to check it out, who knows, maybe they are still updating. By the time you check, your country might be part of this sweet deal over here. I mean, you're traveling into Qatar and the visa is free. Qatar visa, not Qatar visa. I mean, some other visas are extremely expensive, and you know, like you're traveling into Qatar, you don't even need a bank statement. That is nice. Like, just apart from this country that I've mentioned, India and Pakistan, the other countries, you don't need an account. Did I say an account? You don't need a bank statement. I mean, yeah, you don't need a bank statement. So I think it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, on this note, thank you for being part of today's video. My name is Malik. Then you can leave any question that you want to ask, anything you want to know about this content or this whole thing that I've said over here. You can just leave it in the comment section, and also you can follow me on all social media platforms. Black_Sterling on Twitter, TikTok. I don't play much over there, but yeah, it's same. I think Malik white sterling or black sterling. I don't even know. Yeah. So, but I'm very active on Instagram. So if you want to communicate with me directly, you can just hit me up on Instagram so we can get conversative. And yeah, that is all. But most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And yeah, let's get interactive. See you. Japan.